what a long day. We laid a lot of plastic. I'm ridiculously dirty.
Today is Monday, June 7th? 8th. It is the official second day we are open for the Pick Your Own Strawberries. We were supposed to be open on Sunday, which was yesterday, but we just felt like we didn't have the berries for the people to pick. Like they would have came and just been angry, when people were still already angry because now they had to wait till today. But it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. So we're actually open right now. It's 8 o'clock. We should be open till noon. We will be open till noon no matter what. I'm thinking if we have any sort of crowd, we're gonna be picked out in probably 2 to 3 hours, but you know, we'll see what happens. I'm following a car now. Maybe they're gonna pull in, maybe they aren't. I already see that we're double parked, probably around 20 to 30 cars is what I'm assuming. So that's great. I mean, it's awesome to be that busy. We never assumed it was gonna be that good. I'll actually even drive past and then turn around. Yeah, look at that. I'm not gonna count the second row. There's already a lot of people. There's a line forming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Double that on the other side. So we're at 34 and there's gonna be even more. That's at 8 o'clock, people. We didn't even open till 8. So all these people were literally here besides that car I was just telling you about before we even officially opened. It's just crazy. If you're coming to the berry patch and you watch my videos and you plan on getting any sort of decent berries, come at least 15 to 20 minutes early. Second drive by here. I know that there's gonna be disappointed customers and I hate it. It literally gives me a pit in my stomach to think about it, that there is gonna be people coming and they're just physically not gonna get the berries that they want. But I can't do anything about it. I don't know how much I can stress that. We have to get the berries picked off. We have berries here, but as far as me making more berries ripen faster, I can't do it. That's Mother Nature. It's got to take her course, so it is what it is. What's on the agenda for me today? Well, like normal, I'm starting off here in the greenhouses watering. Cannot wait until tomorrow where we can load truck and just hopefully get everything that's in these greenhouses packed onto that truck there behind me. That way we don't have to worry about watering, and hopefully then we sell it all and don't have to bring it back, because if we have a good day, that is it. We're done going. But of course, never fails, it is supposed to rain tomorrow. I don't think a lot, and I don't know the times yet, but that was just what I seen when I looked at the weather out this morning. Our mid-season cold crops are doing pretty good. They're finally starting to take hold. Get an extra leaf or two on them. This is our second planting of tomatoes. They've just about rooted enough now to, where they can pull out and hold their own. We probably won't plant those though for quite a while. Out here is our peppers that are gonna go in plastic, which hopefully, if it's not too wet, we're gonna be laying plastic today. And then over here is our first planting of tomatoes and all of our field peppers that aren't gonna be in plastic. Now you may look at these and say, Logan, they look a little bit sickly. And that's mostly because they are just starving for fertilizer. They need food. We haven't been feeding them. And that is because we're trying not to make them grow any more than what they already have. They're already very rooted. They're already very tall. And if we give them more fertilizer, it's just gonna make them get bigger all the way around. And that's not really what we want. Ideally, we should be putting them in the ground today, but we have a million other things going on, as you know, and then we rained, so then we couldn't get in the fields for a day or two, and this is just where we're at. This is farming. This is how it goes. So we're going to try and get them in as soon as possible, and just because they look like that doesn't mean they're going to do any worse. They're actually going to do just fine, because this happens not every year, but it happens on occasion. And this is what I try to explain to people when we're at market. Like sometimes you see if we have a plant or a pack that got dry, like we almost never do our tomatoes look like this selling to the public. But let's just say a corner got dry and this is the way they looked. People get a little bit nervous, and I tell them, not that that's ideal, but they're gonna do just fine, because look at, we're doing it in a whole field with thousands of plants. If it was that big of a deal, we wouldn't take that risk, and we wouldn't waste our time and money putting all of them in the ground. Like, they're gonna be more than fine. They're gonna do great, actually. In number 1 here, we have late planting of herbs, which is mince and thyme. I had too much. We're definitely gonna end up throwing some of this stuff away. But again, it is what it is. This is my first planting of sunflowers, which I'm gonna cut and sell at market. This is the second planting, which is just starting to pop out now. Nathan actually planted these. And then over here is all of our vine crops. Cantaloupe, watermelon, honeydew. I think that's about it. And then just, you know, a bunch of different varieties within all of them. Oh, and then over here is pickles, zucchini, cucumbers, stuff like that. So I got 3 wagons yet to water, but Dad needs me. He needs help putting doles on the tractor. We haven't put them on in years, but helps you float on top of the ground better, pulls easier. So he's gonna put them on before he heads to the field with the disc.
Okay, second thing is we have to make sure this seam isn't right at a clip, because that's the weakest spot. So now what we have to do is turn it a little bit. So we'll push it in there. Let's see if we can spin it.
What are we doing?
We're going to spin it your way.
In place?
Yeah, just like that. We just got to watch the valve stem. We don't want to knock that off. So we're going to go backwards. See if that's enough. But don't say flush. Yeah, that'll be good. That's not bad. All right, so there. Okay, you just hold it. Seated. Whoop, now the bottom's coming out. We're just gonna let that go for now.
I guess it'll hold itself there.
Well,
Yeah, push in.
there. Get it, Jace, get it.
I like when Chloe's hair starts standing up on her back. Chloe heckles Daisy so bad. So sometimes it's nice when Daisy starts getting back at her. She never hurts her, but just, she plays a little rough. You'd know if they were actually hurt, she'd be squealing. Come on. Come on. Chloe loves it. So I just got back with a load of fertilizer. It barely held together by the time I got home. Like, these bags were all touching. It really started to separate, but we made it. Dad's still discing. Tractor looks a lot cooler with the duals on. And then after this, he's gonna go through the Hera and we'll be ready to lay plastic. Actually, he's gonna go through, I think, with fertilizer and then the Hera. I just spread fertilizer. Tried to do the as most even of a job as I could, but by hand it's not the best. You can see it laying a little pebbles there. So I'm gonna go through now and till it perpendicular to the direction I tilled it last time, and then we can get the fabric and stakes out and start laying down. This tiller, unlike my paps that I used to use in the past, has a forward and rear till. Rear till does a nice deep till, but it's very slow. And I thought because I did it twice already, doing forward would be just fine. Well, as you can see here, it was jumping out, flying out of my hands. I could barely control it. So I went back to the rear till, and you can see now how it's doing a better job. it's just a lot more uneven, even though you can't really tell that here from the video. So then I went over the whole thing one time in the rear. Now I'm going through with the forward. It's helping to level it out a little bit. It's still not great. My Paps definitely does a better job, but having this one on the farm and being here already just made it more convenient. But I would like to try his next year again, just to see how much better of a job it really does.
All right, fabric time.
I was hoping Sammy was gonna be here, but she's not right now, so I'm doing this alone. Wind's blowing a little bit from this direction this way, so I think I'm gonna try and spread it out here, pull it across, stake that side, and then I can worry about the rest later.
All right, it's done. Not exactly perfect, but as good as I could do by myself.
Got it pulled nice and tight. It's just the lines as you get down this way aren't quite as straight as I'd like them to be. So I probably won't be able to go off of them a lot while I'm actually making my rows, but that's what a string line's for, right?
It sounds like Sammy's not gonna be back for a while. I'm not gonna attempt planning these all by myself, so that's just gonna have to wait for another day.
While Dad was using the Perfecta 2, he broke a bolt that holds on the tine, so I had to bring one up to him.
Might be a long haul.
Somebody's falling off of here by the end of this. We got all 3 dogs on. Lily's literally standing on my foot. Here we go. So it's the next day. We just got done picking berries this morning. We got 26, 31 quarts altogether.
Because we got picked out again so hard yesterday, it was just not much left for us now. But now, luckily, we have today, tomorrow to ripen, and then we're gonna open back up again on Thursday. Now, I'm gonna start watering the greenhouses, and then we're gonna begin loading truck.
All these zinnias are perfect now, ready for sale. Just coming out so you can see color, but nice and young. I think they're gonna go like wildfire. So are the zinnias, but these are the Swizzle Cherry Ivory. Not sure why we get some like reddish fire ones in there, but they're still cool too.
I want to show you something that I've witnessed family members doing that may be a reason why people's plants die faster than they normally would. So right here, now I'm talking flowers, vegetables, doesn't matter what it is, and especially if it's in a pot in a pack, whatever, on your front porch. Right here is a pack of tomatoes. We're probably gonna end up throwing these away. They must have got too dry at one point, but they're still living, and you could plant them and they would probably do just fine. But the point I'm trying to make is you can see how, or hopefully you can see there through the video, how punk dry that dirt is. That one cell is dark because there's not a tomato in it, so it's actually holding water and not sucking anything up. But what I see people do when something is this dry, and let me pull it out, like there is no moisture left in that whatsoever. They go like this, they water it, and they move on and say, well, I watered my plant, it's doing just fine now that it's, you know, got some water. But if you actually take that out, and that one I pulled out, so it's not as good of an example, but right here is perfect example. You can see that just from watering that, it looked like it was good, but that top inch, maybe not even an inch, is the only thing that's wet,
The whole other half is still completely dry.
And so then you might leave for work, you might go to the grocery store for a couple hours, and by the time you come back, that plant is already dried out and is basically wilting again, harming it even more, making it die quicker.
So if you do have a plant that is extremely dry like that, do yourself a favor, water it multiple times. And it's also not great to keep watering it. You can't just go like this and let it water, because that's not gonna do anything either. You're actually gonna kind of harm the plant there as well.
That was exaggerated, but you know what I mean.
You need to basically what's called pulse water it, walk away, give it a couple minutes, give it 15 minutes, whatever, come back again, water it again. Now, when you pull these out, they're soaked all the way down through. That's also because I just flooded the plant for 30 seconds, but still, now that is watered all the way through. If you pull it out, you can see it's nice and wet all the way to the bottom, and it's gonna do just fine now.
For some people, that's common sense what I just said. For other people, maybe I just taught you something. But either way, it's a good thing to know because it happens more often than you think.
I just finished number 1, so everything in here is good to go now. Let it dry and then we'll start loading. I still gotta do all the wagons out here, but Dad is actually in the process of spraying all of our eggplant, peppers, and tomatoes, just because we're gonna soon be putting these in the field and we wanna make sure they have no diseases going into it. And then he actually had to stop though, because he went over there with Nathan now. He's filling the fertilizer, so Nathan can head out to the field and plant now all the fields on our farm that need done.
And then later today, once we're done loading truck, we're gonna be laying plastic. So we got a lot going on, but it'll be nice once this is all finished because that'll be a lot off of our plates.
We're not done with this greenhouse yet as far as what we want to take. We're still going to take these planters. We're done, I think, just about with the herbs here. Oh, I gotta get that lettuce. I forgot about the lettuce. So now that truck's loaded, this is what the greenhouse looks like. Basically completely empty besides the zinnias I'm going to be planting at the farm market. A couple herbs, which my mom might take out as like some kind of herb sale, again at the farm market. And then everything down here is all of our vine crops that's going to be planted into the field. This greenhouse has a little more in it. Everything here, again, is for the field. And then everything down here is basically what's going to be, well, some of it's going to be taken to the farm market, but the rest of it's just going to be thrown away. We have some mints that got a little bit overgrown. This is some half packs that Mom was using for planters. Again, some herbs there. Most of these peppers, like there's only 2 or maybe 3 different varieties, I think, out of all these. It's all Hungarian hot wax and red cherry hots. The rest, if there's any, is maybe a couple giant Marconi, but there's not much there, and that's not a very desirable pepper for the average person.
And I know you may be thinking that that looks like a lot, but I can tell you, especially from years past, that is not much at all. To have only this little bit left is like a huge accomplishment. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
And we're off.
We laid 3 rows for the pickles, cucumbers, and zucchini. Now out here at the end of the onions, we're laying for cantaloupe and watermelon. So we just finished up this field. We got 11 rows in. Just couldn't fit that 12th. We needed 2 drive roads, or it's just too hard to try and throw watermelon and cantaloupes that far. So Nathan's been finishing up the ends for us. And now that that's about done, we're gonna head down to the next field, and that's gonna be peppers, but we're changing it up this year. Instead of doing early peppers in plastic, our late planting in the field, like bare ground, we're doing all of our peppers now in plastic. So that's gonna be interesting. All right, so that's it. Dad's heading out of the field now. Mom covering up the last little bit. Nathan had to go. I'm ready to be done for today. We laid a lot of plastic. So we just got done. It is, I know it's after 8 o'clock. 8:09. What a long day. We laid a lot of plastic. I know some of you guys are gonna have a fit about, you know, laying plastic in the fields, but this is what we need to do to have the outcome that we want. So it is what it is, and hopefully this is gonna be the best year ever. But I'm ridiculously dirty. Cannot wait to shower. I don't even want to get in my truck. It's hard to tell, but like I'm just a whole coating of dust. So that being said, I'm calling it a wrap for this video. As always, thank you guys for watching. And always remember, it ain't much, but it's honest work. And that's what it looks like right there. The tomato field is down below behind the blue shed. You can't see it, but you get the point.